does go long and over the top to Foxcroft. This set, Prendergast picks up, goes into the in-goal area. Skinner try to keep up with him. And links up out on the right-hand side of the field. Flicks it around behind the veer. Well, that is unbelievable. Zanika Tanamu plays it. Fifth and final touch. Tanamu takes him on herself.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2025 Metro Cup season. We're coming to you live from BMTA in the heart of Camp Hill, and it's fantastic to have your company this evening. For those who are new to the Metro Cup competition or the sport in general tonight, you are in for a treat. The Metro Cup brings together the very best players from southeast Queensland and beyond, and tonight we've got two fantastic matchups coming your way. The grounds team at BMTA have done a fantastic job preparing the fields over the off-season. It's a hard, flat surface, and so far the worst of the rain has stayed away, so we should be looking forward to some hard and fast games of touch football tonight. Two epic matches. We've got Women's Premier coming your way first from 7:20. It's the reigning champions, the UQ Rebels, coming up against the Redlands Muds Crabs, who, despite being a new entry into the Premier League, have a lineup stacked full of talent. So that's going to be a fantastic first game to get us underway. And then immediately following the women's game at 8:10, we have a semi-final rematch from last year in the Men's Premier Division. Country Club Colts taking on Redlands. Last year it was Country Club who finished the division first, but it was an epic semi-final that saw the fourth-placed Redlands boys knock them off on their way to an amazing come-from-behind championship win. It's going to be a fantastic start to the Metro Cup season tonight. My name's Zach Generick, and joining me in commentary tonight is Harry Pengilly. Harry, two amazing round one matchups tonight. What are you looking forward to most?
Mate, it's not going to disappoint anyone at home. Really looking forward to seeing the UQ Rebels go toe-to-toe here with Redlands. It's going to be, I think a lot of people are calling them underdogs, the Redlands, but I definitely think UQ should have the talent there to get over them.
And we can see the team list coming up now. We've got the Redlands Crushers there for you first. As Harry said, there's plenty of talent, players coming from a few different clubs to get Redlands back into the Premier Division in the women's for the first time in several years. Harry, who are the key players to look for there?
I definitely think we've got Bella Files there, Tess Notley, Kat Stevens, Scarlett Sipple there, come from Toowoomba, coming off an Aussie youth as well, and then we've got the seasoned veteran in Kim Susi.
Yeah, really good looking team there for the Redlands Crushers, and of course coached by Adam Pride and Jordan Dart. And the UQ Rebels girls now only playing with 12 tonight, which is a little bit interesting. First game of the season. You can have a maximum of 14 for those new to the sport. But you'll see teams from time to time elect to play with 12 or maybe 13. So it'll be interesting to see how the numbers affect the legs when we get to the end of each half. But Harry, it's a pretty good looking side on paper, mate.
No, you can't count them out, the girls. Only 12 players, but definitely going to be running like they've got full subs. You got Kate Hammond there, plenty of class with Marma Thomas, and then also Tiani Bryce coming off a great campaign.
Yeah, but many of those players taking part in the Australian Opens Trans-Tasman campaign earlier in the year and in the Origin Series as well. And we're into our key player matchup for tonight, which is Tiani Bryce and Kimmy Susi, two world-class players. Harry, how do you see that matchup playing out?
Oh, it's going to be electric. You're going to see Tiani Bryce coming around on the sweeps, looking for that long ball, and then Kim Susi electric through the middle, taking off from half, leading the girls around the park.
Yeah, two players that are very well known for their attacking prowess, but also super important to their respective teams. On both defence and also rucking the ball through the midfield, so those two will no doubt play a big part in how this game unfolds tonight. As we said, Harry, the UQ girls, they've had a lot of success in this division over many years. They were a little bit of a slow start to the competition last year, though, eased their way in and then really come good during finals. So it'll be interesting to see if it's similar for them this season or if they come out firing from the first minute.
Yeah, no, I think Renee Murphy over there, she's got the girls fairly drilled. They start training from a pretty early in the year, so there's going to be fireworks, Zach. It's going to be a great game.
And again, for those who are new, so the Metro Cup competition, there's 9 clubs who take part, the best players and clubs from across southeast Queensland. We've got Brothers Touch Football, Caboolture, Coolum Touch Football, Country Club Colts, Gold Coast Redlands, Palm Beach, Southern Storm and the UQ Rebels are our clubs representing most of those sides with teams in the Premier League divisions. They're two really strong teams. We'll be live and free on YouTube and Sky Sport Next every single Friday night from 7:15. It's a cracking competition. and it's your first time watching, this is going to be a matchup to enjoy. Players heading out onto the fields now. We'll introduce our referees as well for this game. We've got Jordan Randall in the middle who start us off, Brett Freshwater on the near sideline, and Zoe Generick on the far sideline. And it's Redlands who have won the toss, and they'll be starting with the tap as we just wait for a ball to come out to the middle. Be interesting to see too, Harry, how the nerves affect players. There's a couple of players on debut tonight. Bella Narain for the UQ Rebels. There's quite a few players making their club debut for Redlands. So it'll be interesting to see how the nerves go and how the players settle into this game, especially with a bit of dew on the surface and the potential for some drop ball as well.
Yeah, I definitely think this first 5 minutes is really crucial for Redlands and their confidence. Being that wet footy, just got to hold the ball, complete their sets, and I'm sure that's all Jordan Dart and Adam and Pride have really asked for, is just to hang on to that footy. As you see the girls go in here, nice little middle play.
See here, nice early raid from the Redlands. We just hear the referee calling Brittany Donovan from UQ offside there. So it'll be an early penalty to Redlands and a repeat set on the line here. Look to see what they can come up with early in the set. See, just jumping away from a touch there, getting the setup they want. When it comes around on the sweep, they go back against the grain. And a good job there from the Rebels defence shutting in. So, Harry, good start from Redlands, repeat set on the line, but unfortunately early in the count there, just throwing it away. So UQ will be pretty happy with how they've defended that opening to the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a tight 4 defence. Probably not looking for that long ball too much in the wet, but as you see, UQ coming off here, just really need to get this ball down. Oh, I like it there.
Yeah, we can see that drop ball. That might play into it tonight. There has been a bit of rain around at a few points today. There was a brief shower before, and we've got really, really light mist at the moment. So the ball will no doubt be a little bit greasy, and it'll be interesting to see how that affects the game and also how the players adjust to that, as we see Redlands now with the subset. Tess Notley on with the ball. She gets down for Kat Stevens, feeds it across to Kimmy Susi, checks back into Kat. But Files coming around on the sweep. She's going to challenge the line. Referees are going to point to the spot. Zoe Generick. And it is Bella Files who gets us underway in this game. We'll have a look to the replay. Harry, just too good on this setup. Great sweep and a big gap to dive through in the end.
Yeah, just had Kim Susi leading from the front there, getting Bella on the sweep. Great dive, great put down. One hand put down. Ooh.
Yeah, really good dive there. Did a great job of just getting low and just sneaking underneath that touch from Caitlin Teakle. So a great start to the game from Redlands. They earned that repeat set off the opening tap. Then really good defence, forced the error from UQ and then made them pay with points early. So it'll be a nice settler early in this game. Just get those points on the board. As we said, a bit of a new side, some new combinations, but Harry, it hasn't held them back too much.
No, definitely not. I think that'll be the pod to watch tonight. See Tiani come around the sweep. Good touch there from Bella, nice and high. Definitely that older pod in there with Kim Susi, and then the Tess Notley in the middle there. That's going to be the one to watch, I reckon. Definitely an attack.
Yeah, and just as we speak now, rain just starting to come down a little bit heavier. So no doubt that'll test the players' ball skills out. We see there just a little bobble in the ruck. That referee Jordan Randall is going to pick up a hard touch from Tiani Bryce. So a fresh set again from the Redlands. It'll be really important for players from both sides to come in with really good technique into those touches. And with that slippery ball, as we see now, you're going to see more with the ball. Dummying around, makes a few extra metres towards the box. Page Folk with the ball now coming towards the middle.
Great
Last
job
touch
there.
here, we see half pick up, challenge towards the short side, but well covered from the UQ Rebels.
Yes, very well done there from the girls. Just got to go forward here. First 1, 2, just get a punch going. Very well done. Hang on to the footy. Perfect. Subbers on now. Probably see Ma Thomas come on, try and drive for her.
Yeah, good bit of flow here from the UQ Rebels. We'll see if they can turn it into a strike dump. Ma Thomas gets down. Good pick up out of half. A little bit of space here. They switch back. Lushart sums it up. And a little bat on there from Ma Thomas. I think it's gone forward in the end. The referee's going to bring that back to the middle for a penalty. So we see here just a nice little settle. It's been a fast tempo so far to start the game. Redlands now just rolling into their subset as they come towards the box. For those new to the sport, you'll notice unlimited subs in touch football. Most sets, you'll see the players come out of trouble, come to their box, rotate subs on and get fresh legs, so that end of sets, you can see them do something like this. It's Charlie Nicola into half. She picks up, comes towards the right side. She's burnt Ma Thomas and she's into the in goal. Can she link up with support? Yes, she can.
Very nice. Very nice.
And a great try in the corner there at Charlotte Vandermeer with the put down. Harry, good subset there, good strike dump, and you just can't afford to give Charlie Nicola that much space on last touch.
No, speed to burn. Just gets through there, just gets past Myra Thomas, looks for a winger. She's wide open. Great pill, great pill. Very well done from the girls. Really started, though, that first 1, 2, 3 touches that they had there, really started it for them, and a great latch came on. I see the ball goes down here, just the UQ Rebels. Really know what you want. Quite a few errors coming in at the moment for the Rebels. We'll see if they can change it up a bit, hey?
Yeah, there's plenty of experience in this Rebels team and really well coached by Renee Murphy and Leisha over there in the box. So no doubt they'll just be trying to settle the UQ girls here, especially having let in a few tries early. They'll just want to get back to basics and try and complete sets. Kim Soo Si,
great touch.
Long ball out of half. Well covered in defence there. Bella Narain, I think it is out there in the far link. Good read. You see now UQ, they haven't had too many opportunities to string a full set together. So you see here, just getting stuck a little bit without a half, just looking a little bit disjointed so far, Harry.
No, yeah, just got to get that 1-2 right. I think once these girls find their motion, their rhythm, they're definitely going to be hard to stop in the back end of a set. Tony Bryce, there might be 6 to go. Yes.
Yeah, just a stray hand there. Probably didn't need to step up and go for that. The Redlands looked like they had things reasonably well covered. And you don't want to give the UQ side too many opportunities on the line, as I say that.
A lot of commentators curse.
It's an error. Brittany Donovan, unforced. Seen a few of those now from the Rebels. And I'm just going to gift Redlands and let them off the hook as they get a few new set now. Kat Stevens feeds it out. Coming towards the box, Kimmy Soo Si. Nice drive to the box. Chloe Nicola now. Early ball comes towards the middle. Nice bit of footwork, wins herself a few extra metres. Just stalls a little bit at the end of set. We're looking for a good drive here. Paige Folk dummying, gets it down. UQ relatively well covered in defence here.
Very nice. They really just got to get the ball here, UQ. Really get them on the back foot early. That's what Redlands are doing at the moment. Just getting on the ball really quick, turning it around, and they get that flow out of their sub box nice and easy. So we'll see what the girls can do here.
Now Donovan coming towards the box. Ma Thomas taking a hit up. Plenty of work for the girls here. We mentioned only playing with 12 tonight, so a little bit short on the normal rotation. Kate Hammond in the middle now, driving it down. Just gets a little bit twisted up coming into that touch. Comes up with the ball down, and again, B. Redlands starting a set in pretty good field position. Seymour just cops a little bit of a hard touch, but probably a bit off balance as well as Gemma, so it goes back to the mark and plays it.
No,
so you see her now take another hit up, switches it back on the inside. Kat Stevens does well to control that in the end. Nice bit of flow here for the Redlands if they can find a strike dump. Charlie Nicola picks up, looks back the other way. We're just waiting for the call from the referee. Looks like an offside and will be called as an offside. You can see there, UQ Rebels just pulling up a little bit short of the 7 metres there. And so it'll be another repeat set on the line.
I'd say Files will look to get live here on the line. Keep it nice and tight. See what they're going to do. Just working that link. Getting live. Good defence there.
Smart play there, though, from Redlands. We saw them earlier on when they had a repeat set on second touch. They just threw it away and came up with an error. But just going to a little quickie there, a little safe play early in the set. Ooh. And as I say that, they throw it away again. Referees are going to come back. It'll be a forward pass, I believe. Again, UQ off the hook there.
Yeah,
Harry, this game's delicately poised. I know we're only early in, but Redlands will look really good early. They've had a bulk of the momentum. They've been able to put 2 tries on the board. UQ will be desperate just to get 1 back and just allow themselves just to settle into the game a little bit.
Yeah, definitely just need to get that 1 on the board so the girls can get their confidence. As I see them rolling in here. Britt Donovan coming in, leading the charge. Probably looking at Townie Bryce on a half pick up here.
So yeah, Donovan down for Bryce. Bryce picks up, looks to the right-hand side, well covered from Redlands there. Good job. Players just to hang back, and that's the difference sometimes between getting a strike dump just over the 10 metres and a little bit closer to the 7. You just give the defence enough time to just hang back a little bit, turn and chase. So well done there from Redlands. We see them now just starting to come away from their box. It's Tess Notley. She's got speed to burn. Nice drive there down for Kimmy, who picks up. There's a little bit of space here on the right. Kimmy throws the long ball out to the winger. Can she control it? Yes, she can, but well covered from the UQ Rebels there. Another threatening raid from Redlands.
Yes, they're really well drilled here. I think Jordan Dale will be really proud of how they're getting on and off. It's not just the work they're doing coming off the field, but getting on the field. They're really hard, really determined. So that's good from the Redlands girls.
And we're seeing the rain continue to stream down here, starting to get a little bit heavier. There's a little bit of wind around tonight, so little bit gusty too. Definitely challenging conditions for the players out there in the middle. It's Rebels now through Ma Thomas. She picks
Great
up
ball.
and looks long. Great ball. Caitlin Blade's got it. Has she got the speed
Little
to get it
finish in the
down? She
corner.
darts into the
Oh,
corner,
great
and yes, she
dive.
does. Great finish there from Caitlin Blade. She was part of the pre-game interview. We spoke about her skills as a specialist winger, and that was a great winger's try there, running a really good line. Ma Thomas puts it on a platter for her, and a really important try from the UQ Rebels, Harry.
No, great ball in there from Mark Thomas, and it's just speed to burn, isn't it? Down the wing, great dive, great finish. Can't beat it.
Did a really good job too in slippery conditions there, just to not get too close to the sideline, don't risk sliding out on the dive. So a really good finish and really important try in the context of this match for UQ. We'll see if that allows them just to settle a little bit now, but they're going to have to come up with a big defensive set here with Redlands with their big guns on. Chloe Nicola with the ball. She gets around, sweeper goes around, they pick up and come back the other way. Switches Chloe back inside, she just can't control it. And again, Redlands looking really dangerous on that line. UQ just holding on that occasion.
No, that'll be good for UQ. Getting the stop there after the try, that's the most important thing. It's one thing to score a try, but got to defend them at the end of the day. They've done really well here to get to halfway, nice and early. Probably have a strike dump, next touch. He's
BK
going
Hammond here, looking out to the right-hand side. Tiani Bryce gets down. It's last now. Bella Narain picks up, goes to the link.
Could be
An extra pass out. It's going to be called ball down, is it? We're just waiting for the call from the referees.
No, nice call there
did
from
come
Jordan.
off the Redlands defender, but not played out will be the call.
Very nice. Just want to see the UQ girls get up here, get in the face, kind of rattle the Redlands girls a little bit. That's probably the real deal. Oh, just see the ball go down. That's much better, girls.
Yeah, a good bit of defensive pressure there from UQ. This is what they need to do, win themselves a few extra sets in Redlands territory. We've got Liv Atkins and Kate Hammond on in the middle.
Might see.
Tiani Bryce just hanging out there ominously in the link. She gets the ball off the split, doesn't like what she sees, back into the middle now.
On a sweep
Tiani
here.
coming round on the sweep. Danger signs, and I think she's
Nice,
in.
that's
Referees are
well
going to
down.
point to
Well
the
done.
spot. Are they? Yes, they are. She's just too good, Harry. That's our key player matchup. Tiani Bryce just too good.
Too good. Coming off a season campaign at the Trans-Tasman Origin. Pretty much doing it all at the moment. Sweeper, that's her play. Sweet dive. Great put down there. Just defend her a little bit late getting on the line, but can't beat it. Keep going to it if it's working.
Yeah, I think all the players in the Women's Premier Division know if you see Tiani coming round on a sweep, it's danger signs. And just too good there. Really nice dive. Just escaped past the touch. And UQ Rebels, it's been Redlands with most of the running so far this half, but they've just managed to claw it back in the last couple of minutes, and you can sense maybe momentum starting to shift. Redlands looking to hit back. It's Gemma Seymour, picks up from half, just doesn't quite have the pace
Good touch
to
there
beat
from
her
Britt
defender.
Donovan.
There's a good touch there as UQ now looking to settle into their box set.
Nice, and the girls have found their feet here, I think. Just that first try, second try now, found a bit of confidence, moving the ball, getting off really well here, coming on the field, bit disjointed. Play on, says Jordan Randall. Has got a good strike dump here. Picked
A little bit
up.
of space out to the blind
Gone to
side.
the
They feed
wing.
Caitlin Blade early.
Oh.
She's tripped. Has she got it down? We're just waiting for the signal from the referees.
All clear.
And it's a try. Well, it's a little bit of something out of nothing there from Rebels. They had good flow early in the set and then just got caught up a little bit around the box. But in the end, just a good bit of heads-up footy here. You just see the pick-up out of half, just notices that space down the short side, and then that's just a simple draw and pass. Caitlin Blade does a good job to stay in the field of play. She nearly slips and stuffs it up and manages to get the ball to ground. And just like that, H, the UQ Rebels take the lead.
No, it was great eyes-up footy from Evie Clarkson there, just really playing what's in front of her, seeing that short side opportunity, and then girls just finished in the corner.
So Redlands here, big guns on the field. Kim Susi with the ball. We've got Tess Notley out there, Chloe Nicola and Kat Stevens. Four quality attackers. We see Kat into half, feeds Chloe Nicola on the punish
ball
play.
down there.
Referees are going
Yeah.
to point to the spot. Been grounded before the touch. Yes, they are. And that's a really important hit back. Harry, UQ Rebels just scored 3 on the trot, starting to gain a bit of momentum, but really important hit back from Redlands.
No, that's good from the girls, showing they're here for the fight, they're here to stay. 7 debutantes, but these girls are playing like they're seasoned veterans.
Yeah, really close on the replay there. See that put down and touch, but referee's in really good position to make the call, and so it is Chloe Nicola who gets herself on the board, and importantly so, as we mentioned, for the Redlands. Been a cracking half of touch so far. Sometimes we see with the wet weather, sometimes the quality comes down a little bit, but they've really been on the ball both sides tonight. We've seen some great tries despite the conditions.
Mate, this is some fantastic footy to be out here. Nothing better. Friday night, BMTA, wet weather footy. See Tiani Bryce take off here. 6 touches the call.
It was dangerous for a little second there on the switch inside. Looking at there might have been just enough space for Olivia Atkins to get that down. Just couldn't quite control it to the ground. So Redlands hang on. And now we see them look to come to the box. Bella Folds, Kat Stevens now. Decent metres to the box. Gemma Seymour just running laterally, finds a half. Important they get a good strike dump here. Good extra pass. Paige Folk gets down. Gemma Seymour just come around the back. Referees are going to reward the good position in the ruck from Redlands with a hard touch penalty. Just UQ trying to get up and put pressure on that roll ball. Just didn't quite get it right. So a repeat set on the line here for Redlands.
Just a bit too much in the touch there. As we see probably a short side sweeper. Let's get live. Oh, good touch. Good, well read there from the winger.
Yeah, well covered there from UQ. Still a few touches in hand here from Redlands. You see them come back towards the middle. We've seen Gemma Seymour feature a lot in their attack. Half picks up, just loses her feet there. Does a good job to hold on to the ball and recover and get back up to Summer Pride. Just couldn't get it away before the UQ Rebels defence were able to make a touch. So another good defensive set from UQ now. We see them go to this little splitter that they run as part of their early subset. And when they get it right, it really allows them to get good metres to the box here as we see nice flow as they come towards the middle of the field. It's going to be Ma Thomas looking to get the ball down. It's a good pick up out of half Evie Clarkson. Well covered in the end from Redlands.
I want to see him get up here, the UQ girls. Show them where the big dog's here. That's it. Fair play.
Yep, strong touch coming to the box. There, as we said earlier, really important to win that touch space if you want to get that quick roll ball. So we see now Redlands coming back towards the middle of the field. Still a couple of touches in hand. Charlie Nicola checks off. Strong touch again. Charlie into half, picks up, loads that big long ball, but well covered again from UQ.
Well read there from Sinead Murphy. As girls get to the box here, just need to get a hands out, ball down, complete our set.
Yeah, there's no doubt that'll be the message coming from the box. Just over 2 minutes to play in the half here. UQ Rebels have done a great job to get themselves back into this game. Just want to make sure they keep completing. Don't give Redlands any easy metres or sets. So you see Kate Hammond here into half, picks up, looks out to the right-hand side, switches Bella Narain back in, but well read in defence there from Redlands. Harry, really important last 2 minutes coming up here. Close game. A try to either side just before half-time would be a huge thing for their momentum going into the half.
Definitely, and I think the message would just be just to hang on to the footy here. And I see Kat Stevens coming around. A little bit slower here from the Redlands girls, but great drive there from Scarlett Sipple. Trying to play a little bit of eyes up.
Numbers out to the right here. If they can get the ball out there, they do. Check back inside. Oh, great ball. Well summed up from Kat Stevens. And it is the number 40, Scarlett Sipple, diving over for a try. Well, we just mentioned how big a try leading into halftime would be for either side. And it's just Redlands with a little short side play as they start to come away from the box, come back towards it. And Kat Stevens does a really good job just to sum that up. And a couple of the UQ middles just unable to stay with the play, and so in the end, an easy run to the line for Scarlett Sipple. An important try for Redlands. They now lead 4-3. Harry, and an important set of defence for them here.
Yeah, massive here for them. They've got the veterans on. Susie's in the middle there, working hard with Tess Notley. And Kat Stevens and Scarlett have stayed on just to do it. That's what you want to see. Long ball. Oh, great ball there.
Yeah, that's an amazing ball from Tiani Bryce. We spoke about her in the key player matchup, and this is the reason why. This is what she can do. We've made mention it is raining here. It is wet, slippery conditions. We just watched the silky skills here. Comes off that splitter play and a nice long ball out to the wing. The Redlands defence just all shutting and collapsing in. And in the end, it's Lucia Fildes who ends up taking it and marching over for an easy try. And a big hit back from UQ. We're now tied at 4 apiece. Redlands with just under 30 seconds on the clock. Can they come up with something here before half-time?
We'll see what they got here. Love to get one back after that one there. See a little sweeper play, picking up. Oh,
See, they're happy to just hold it up. They've still got
Oh,
touches
had
in hand
touches.
here. Not long left on the clock as we hear the who to go in the background, and they're not going to have time for another play. Referees will call half time. Well, Harry, what a half of touch football. We saw early it was Redlands jumped out to that big lead. They had all the momentum. It looked like they were looking really solid in this game. Then UQ with the hit back, and then we trade a couple of tries. Either way, in the end, to go into the half at 4 tries apiece. Harry, what do you think the coaches will be saying in the box?
Yeah, I definitely think that momentum's definitely swinging just for whoever's holding the footy, really. Your UQ girls at the start of that weren't really controlling the ball. Rebels were capitalising, Redlands were capitalising on that, and that was a real big difference. But then, obviously, changed again. UQ, a few errors slipping in there, and Redlands capitalised on that. So, definitely be same stuff. Hang on to the footy and work hard in defence. That's going to be the big thing.
Well, what a great first half of the 2025 Metro Cup competition. We're going to go to a quick break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the second half action in just a couple of moments.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
Hello and welcome back to the 2025 Metro Cup season. We've just seen an unbelievable first half of action in the Women's Premier Division. A little bit wet here. Conditions are challenging, but a really high quality and high scoring first half. 4 tries apiece between Redlands Touch and the UQ Rebels. We've got plenty more coming your way tonight. If you're loving the action, hang around. Starting at 8:10, we've got our men's Premier game coming up next. Harry, a big matchup. We mentioned it at the top of the call. Last year, what an epic finish to the men's season. Country Club finished first. They were the team to beat all year. We had a first versus fourth semi-final. The Redlands teams came in and had their best game of the season by far. They toppled the Country Club Colts and then from fourth went on to win an unbelievable men's Premier Grand Final. And the two teams rematching tonight in round one. You probably can't ask for a better round one matchup, but that's going to be a cracker, mate. You must be looking forward to it.
No, it's going to be massive, and I think there'll be no love lost between the two teams. I was talking to Nick Home not too long ago, and he said the boys are raring for it. They're really keen to rip in. Definitely going to see it. They've got a pretty good club culture out there at the Mud Crabs. Get around each other a fair bit, so it'll be really good to see go against Colts tonight. But you'll probably see people like your Hayden Moffat, Dylan Hennessy, Tyler Ward, they're really going to step up and give it to the Muddies.
Yeah, that Country Club Colts side cannot have been happy with the way their season ended prematurely last year, so they are certainly going to be coming out all guns blazing. It's going to be a fantastic men's Premier matchup. If you're new to our competition or new to the sport, that is a game you are not going to want to miss. And word is that the rain might be clearing up as well, so hopefully it'll be a nice, drier, harder deck by the time we get to that 8:10 game, and it should be an absolute cracker. But for now, we come back to the women's. Harry, as we said, a fantastic first half of women's Premier action here from the girls. We've Not seen a huge amount of tries typically scored in the women's game. 4-all would probably be up there with one of the highest scoring halves we've seen, which is really interesting despite the conditions. Do you think that means both coaches in their boxes will probably be coming back to their defence a little bit more?
Yeah, definitely. There might be a little bit of a change-up because we saw quite a few long balls there going to hands. Wouldn't normally see that or trying that in the wet weather footy, but probably a little bit of a change-up coming from Adam Pride and Jordan Dart. But the message was simple. Go forward when we're rucking, and the rest will follow after that.
As we see here into our second half action, it's UQ Rebels with the tap. No doubt they'll have a design tap-off move. We see Ma Thomas picking up ball playing, finds Lucia Filed with a bit of space out to the left.
Really well read.
Yeah, really well read in defence there. Caitlin Blade touched on fifth. We'll have a look here whether UQ will be happy to chance their arm on fifth or if they're just going to look to kill it in the corner. You'll often see teams try and kill it on the opposite side of the field to where their opposition are going to subset, which they have done. So, I mean, Redlands now need to come laterally all the way across to the field if they do want to get those fresh legs on. And we can see as they do that, UQ
down there,
putting on the pressure. And that is a really good defensive start from the UQ Rebels. They'll earn themselves another set here. Maybe rerun that tap-off play.
Just a bit of eyes up footy. Really well summed up there.
Yeah,
Danita Smith, I think, is crossing over there, but just purely eyes up. I think that was first touch.
Yeah,
Just
well,
eyes up.
have a look here on the replay. It didn't look like there was a huge amount doing. Just finds Britt Donovan on the outline, and she just sums it up. Kat Stevens probably didn't need to shut in there, but shutting in just left Danita in the link wide open, and she just strolls over for the opening try of this second half. And it's a big one for UQ. They've been chasing the game a little bit with Redlands getting those few tries early, but they hit the lead early in the second half now, up 5-4.
Yeah, really got to defend it now, though, the girls. They've let a few hitbacks creep in. As you see, a little bit disjointed there. Tess Notley, ball down there from Tess Notley.
Yeah, just a little bobble in the ruck there. As we've spoken about a few times, that technique coming into the touch, really important. You want to get hand out, want to bend your back, make sure you create that space in the roll ball so that you can get a clean, fast one and let your dummy half pick up and go. It's UQ Rebels now with subs on. Liv Adkins with the ball. Good drive here for Britt Donovan. Still touch in hand here.
Strike.
Britt Donovan picks up out of half. What can she come up with? Steps out to the left, tries to beat her player. Really good defence there. It's the number 4 from Redlands, Tess Notley. She's probably one of the faster player on the field, Harry, and just did a good job of staying with that one and not letting her player get away from her.
Yeah, just had really good body shape there. Set herself nice and early, allowed herself to get onside with a good angle, and just didn't give her that short side, which was beautiful.
Redlands now into their subset, driving back towards the middle of the field. It's Charlie Nicola into half again. She picks up, tries out that right foot step. You can see
Girls
UQ,
are set there in defence.
Yep, called onside. Good job listening to the referee there, understanding when they've been called onside and making that touch. So a good start defensively from UQ as they now will look to go back towards their box. Liv Adkins down now. Bella Narain feeds it out to Britt Donovan. Caitlin Blade coming into half as subs come on out the back. Ma Thomas driving now. Good strike dump. We see Evie Clarkson pick up, checks back to Ma. There's numbers out to the right. Ma decides to step back. Numbers to the left if they can get it there now. We see the bat on from Tiani Bryce.
Might be a touch pass here, yes.
Referees are going to bring it back for a touch pass, but enterprising play there from the Rebels. Harry, you suggested maybe in the wet conditions they might calm it down a bit with some of those long balls, but the girls are here to play tonight.
Mate, it's definitely hair-pulling footy for the coaches in the sub-box. I know Renee Murphy's over there probably thinking, what's happening here, girls? But you just know they're not going to go away. They're always, I just see a ball down here. They'll love this. They'll love to have their time again. I think we'll get a little sweeper play here, Zach. That's my call.
All right, let's see. We've got Tiani Bryce out there in the far link. That is one of the go-to plays that you'll see Tiani come off, and she's pretty damn good when she gets the opportunity. It's Danita Smith in the middle here with Ma Thomas. And Tiani's just lurking out there in the link, potentially.
Just trying to get it.
Sweeper coming.
On the sweep.
Feed her early. She sums it up well. Evie Clarkson just can't quite control that ball to the ground at H. You called it well. UQ Rebels, they know their players really well. This group's really connected. They've been together for a long time. They know the plays that work, and they know the positions they need to put their best players in if they're going to come up with tries, and it nearly came off for them there.
No, definitely. Just just that last pass, it was pretty much picture perfect. Had that sweep, got the right player, just couldn't finish there in the last moment. As you see, this is 5th touch, I think. Good drive here from Kim Soo-see. Just needed that half there nice and early. 6th touch. Bit of eyes up from the girls. No,
Yeah, just didn't quite get that end of set right with that nice strike dump there from Redlands. Still made some decent meters as they look to get up here and put pressure on in defence. It's UQ with subs coming onto the middle. Kate Hammond hits it in stride. She's going to get down for Bella Narain. Bella picks up, steps back on the inside. Touch there from Tess. Was she onside? No, she wasn't.
great call there from Zoe. Was a much better flow from the box from the UQ girls. They got on nice and hard, but what made it work is everyone got off, did their job, which made it easy for the girls to get a set restart.
Yeah, well played from Bella Narain there. You could hear the referee calling players offside, just recognising she had the offside player, tried to step her back inside, ends up winning the penalty. UQ again, starting to look dangerous on that line, but just coming up with an error as they get towards the try line. Kate Hammond it was on that occasion.
She looked to make up for that, Kate.
Yeah,
she
and she does. Forces the error. Came flying out of that line there, Harry.
No, that's the trademark, hammer time. Hammer time it is. She comes out hard and fast. She never shies away from it. We'll probably see her maybe look to get live here on a quickie or probably get one of the girls on a sweep, I reckon.
So we see here UQ back into the middle. It is Kate Hammond feeding it out to Bella Narain. She sums it up. Touch from the middle here. They bring it back the other way. Liv Atkins with the ball now, just holds it up. Sweeper coming around the back. It's Caitlin Teakle. She looks long out to the left. Again, just as they look like they've found a gap and they might be in for a try, just not able to keep it together on that last play. But geez, Harry, they're looking dangerous when they get down to that Redlands line.
No, the girls are playing with a lot of confidence right now, and it's probably good to see as a coach that they haven't shied away from it. As Redlands are playing a little bit of eyes up footy here.
And conditions just starting to settle here. The rain just looks like it's stopped a touch. Bit of physicality in the touch there, and referee Jordan Randall, as you can see there, just signalling that hard touch penalty. So Redlands, they've had to do a bit of defence early in this half here, but a full set of 6 now as they roll over halfway early in this set. We'll see what they can come up with as they get down towards the line. It's Paige Folk now driving it in. Summer Pride working with her in the middle.
We get Files on a sweep here.
Folks comes around, early ball. She's going to challenge her player, looking for an offside call. Not
Nice.
forthcoming from the referee.
Good listening there from Kate Hammond.
Last play here for Redlands, Paige Folk. Just happy to kill it
Sums it
towards
up.
the box. Good place to kill the ball, and we'll look to see Redlands try and get up and put some pressure on here. Bit of an unforced error there, unfortunately, for UQ. As we said, the rain has stopped, but there was quite a fair bit that came down in that first half. It is a bit of a dewy surface anyway here at Whites Hill Reserve, so it's still a little bit slippery out there as we see Bella Files, nice safe play early in the count, looks for that quickie as well to pull it back and check it back into the middle now. Kat Stevens with the ball, looking to send Charlie Nicole around on the sweeper. They come back against the grain. There's space in between the middles.
Oh, it's opened up.
And they've summed it up really well there. This is a great play design. Harry, you can see Charlie Nicola comes around on the sweeper. That's what UQ are worried about. Kat Stevens picks up, comes back the other way, and just a huge gap in the middle for Charlie Nicola to dive over and get Redlands on the board.
You know, I'd say a little bit of fatigue there setting in. Those girls there probably had 3 or 4 sets of repeats. But definitely just opened up in the middle there. Great eyes up footy from Kat Stevens and communication to Charlie Nicola. And the coaches did really well there. Got that repeat set and then got the danger player on, which is really good.
Yeah, we said before, Redlands, they've had to do a little bit of defence so far early in this first half, but they've done a reasonable job of keeping UQ out. And then we see them there, one of their first opportunities with some really good ball and a set on the UQ line, and they're able to come up with points. Ties us back up at 5 tries apiece. UQ now trying to hit back. Britt Donovan on the sweep, looks in and out, pulls it back up to Ma Thomas. She brings it over towards Lucia Folds here in the link. Lucia picks up, nice step, she's in the end goal. Can she find support? Yes, she can, but a touch has been made.
Great touch there. I think that's Michaela Hoffmer. Just really stayed on a woman there.
Yeah, she's done a fantastic job there. Michaela on the wing for Redlands. That looks like it was going to be a try, but really, really important touch. As we see now, more strong contact here. The girls really getting stuck into each other, trying to put that pressure on the roll balls and force a drop. Kim Soo-see now into half. She picks up, And we're going to see here, similar to what we saw a couple of minutes ago down the other end, just on that strike dump, middle players not quite getting back the 7 metres. And you could hear referee Jordan Randall calling them out. Well played from Redlands to recognise they had offside players to attack, and they come up now with a repeat set. Kim Susi, early punish here, checks back into Bella Fildes.
Yeah, got touches in hand here. The girls don't need to chance their arm too early. Definitely try throw a few sweeps, get live, dive at the line, keep the UQ girls honest. Oh, just a little force there from the pass. Definitely need to see the UQ girls rally around each other here. They're probably on a little bit on the back foot at the moment, but they won't go away, Zach. We know that for a fact.
Yeah, and they got a really good subset, UQ. When they settle into that, they generally tend to make good meters, and they've got so many attacking weapons that can come off the back of it as we see them. Now, touches still in hand here. Passes over Kate Hammond to Caitlin Teakle. She's just going to get stranded by herself on 5th touch. We'll see if UQ are happy to throw it around here on 5th, back into the middle. Long ball out to the left-hand wing, goes to no one. That's be a pretty good result. Just slows down the changeover, allows UQ to get set. And they've been quite successful when they've been able to get set and put pressure on Redlands coming towards their box.
Yeah, a little bit of gamesmanship there from Kate. I think she'll look to make it up here with a strong touch again. Good work here from the Rebels girls. Probably need another 2 good quality touches, but Redlands getting their roll on. This is where they're dangerous, coming into their box. They're coming, sweeping on hard, and they've all got a plan. Oh, I'll just put the muck on them again. That commentator's curse, Zach.
Yeah, unfortunately, just Paige Folk just passed probably a little bit higher than she expected and just couldn't quite get the hands up to control it. We're coming towards crunch time. Now, it's always interesting in week 1. Teams no doubt do their pre-season training, but there's nothing like an actual full 40-minute game under proper game conditions. So it'll be interesting to see how the fatigue affects the players here. These really are the championship minutes at 8.5 to play here, as referees are going to pick up a little touch pass from the UQ Rebels. Scores are tied, and it really is anyone's game, H. The momentum's seed and sword a couple of times each way, but feeling pretty even at the moment. So it's going to come down to some big moments in the last few minutes of this second half.
Yeah, definitely will be the big moments and probably the big game players as well. We might see UQ try and get some players on here, but actually we've got Britt Donovan on here and Lucia Files. They'll probably be our targets, I reckon. Might see a sweeper or probably a quickie in the middle here. Britt Donovan puts the ball down there.
Yeah, just a little bit messy in the roll. And it just lets Redlands off the hook. As we see Gemma Seymour now coming towards the box. Redlands here should have some pretty decent field position if they can find some meters. Scarlett Sipple with the ball, good drive. Gets the ball down pretty quick. As we see now, Redlands just trying to get organised as they come towards their end of set. Charlie Nicola, danger player in the middle. She's going to pick up out of half. Looks to the right, steps back off that foot, but really good defence there from UQ. That was danger signs.
No, they collapsed well there. UQ got up nice and high in the early touches. Didn't give them too much meterage, the Redlands girls. They just got to get off now. They really got to get off and get on as hard as they possibly can. This is probably 4th or 5th coming up here, just over halfway. That's the 5th touch there. Tiani Bryce picking up. Short hole from good touch there, Scarlett Sipple.
Yeah, just did a good job to hold her nerve there. Scarlett Sipple, there was a little bit of space out here, but really good read to shut in on that middle and not let UQ crack the line. See now, nice little arm wrestle here. We've seen a fair few drop balls, quite a lot of tries. We haven't really got into the grind for extended periods, but we're just going back and forwards here. See who can hold their nerve. Kim Susi comes flying onto the ball. Gemma Seymour around the back. They switch it back inside. Chloe Nicola sums it up. Long ball. Tess Notley can't hang on to it, but it was a great defensive read from Caitlin Blade shutting in there, and referees are going to pick it up for a forward pass as well. It gives the players just a little minute to compose themselves. A really big last 5 minutes or so coming up.
Yeah, I definitely think that we'll see the fatigue of Rebels coming in towards the back end here. Redlands have got a full sub box here as we look over the UQ girls. Only got 12 players tonight, so doing it tough. See intercept here.
Touch has been made. That's a fantastic touch from Bella Narain. That play came out of absolutely nowhere, but Bella just doing a great job not to give up on it, and she saved what would have otherwise been a certain try there. Big play from Chloe Nicola coming up with that intercept. You can see now Redlands just happy to hold it up. They're rolling subs here in the background, fresh legs coming on. This is a big defensive set from UQ. So you see now just the last of the subs rolling onto the field. We've got Bella Fildes out in the right link. Wouldn't be surprised if they come her way. It's going to be Scarlett Sipple into half. She steps off that left foot, short ball. Touch. Well read there. Caitlin Teakle it is in the link there from Rebels. Really good defensive read. 5th touch now.
Bit of gamesmanship there again, I think. Redlands get their line set here. UQ just really got to hang in here. Still 5-all, 5 minutes to play. Plenty to play for. Even though it's only week 1, you really set the standard for your season coming into this first round.
All right, Harry, time to put your money where your mouth is, mate. It's an even game, 5-all, 5 minutes to go. Who you got?
All right, we'll see. I reckon we're going to have a big impact play. We'll go the UQ girls. I can't stray away from my own club here, Zach. I've got to stay loyal. As you see a drop ball, I still back the girls in. What about yourself?
UQ bias coming in just as they drop the ball. It's been a cracking contest. I honestly think it's going to come down to the key players from either side. We've got some huge names in each team. We've spoken about a few of them from UQ, the Tiani Bryces, got Kim Soo-si on the other side of the ball. I'm really interested to see in the last 5 minutes how those players just step in and take control of their teams. Redlands just getting stuck. There are a few players short on the field here as they come up with a little draw and pass out to the left-hand side. They've still got touches in hand. You see Kat Stevens demanding the ball there. She's going to hold it up. Checks it off to Gemma Seymour. Does a good job to control it. It's last. Gemma off the quick split. Steps back inside.
Penalty?
Yeah, just Britt Donovan just getting caught, stuck short of that line. She probably did a good job to stay with it in the end because there was danger of that just being played through in a try, but just managed to stay with it, got herself onside in the end, prevents the try, but it's a repeat set now for Redlands. Charlie Nicola with a punish early in the set. She gets down low for the drive. Referees have seen a touch. They've also seen a forward pass off the half. Geez, that is a big error to make with a repeat set. Championship minutes. Harry, every play important here. The little skills can't afford to be giving away those penalties.
No, I think it's just going to be whoever can hold on to this ball in the last 3 minutes we've got here. It's really just going to come down to the small stuff. Nice, good half run. Probably nothing too flash. He's going to get our final try here, I reckon.
Good kill from UQ Rebels, just managing to get it on that far side of the field. So Redlands having to come all the way across the field, and as they try and do so, it's the rushing UQ defence led by Caitlin Blade. Great leadership from her, getting up. She's a winger, but really putting pressure on those middles and links from Redlands as they try to get to the box. And UQ now looking to take advantage.
Early touches. Probably just wanted to hang on to the footy there. We'll see. I dare say they're going to make up for it, the UQ girls.
Yeah, both teams just who can hold their nerve at this stage. UQ've got their defence set. They've had really good success when they can rush up and put pressure on Redlands coming to the box. Good long ball from Gemma Seymour. Well defended from UQ as we see Caitlin Blade. Strong touch again here. Redlands just desperately trying to get themselves out of their own half, over halfway. Charlotte Vandermeer just gets caught without a half. Tess Notley now links up with Kim Soo-si. What can they come up with here? Not a lot to work with. Bella Folds out to the left here. Wingers open if they can get it to her, but well covered from Caitlin Blade.
That was a really good defensive set there from the UQ girls. Really made up for that early error on the line there. Only had I think it was a strike dump just before halfway there. So that's really what you want as a coach, telling your team just get up nice and early, take the touches off them, give them plenty of room to run from half.
Crunch time now, just about 2 minutes to play here as Redlands just come up with an error again. It's that Redlands defence. We've seen when teams can get set and shoot up out of that line and put pressure on in the slippery conditions, that pressure defence has really been successful for both sides.
No, I think they pretty much just said, whatever you can do, we can do better. Got up in the face of the girls there. So looking to get subs on here, looking to get some attacking weapons on. We've got Scarlett Sipple coming on here, I think, or Nicola and Kat Stevens will probably look to go to here.
See Gemma Seymour picks up, she shakes her player on, fires it out to the wing. Just run out of space here on the near sideline. So a minute and a half to play. UQ Rebels, they'll probably get 2 more sets with the ball if sides are able to complete. So really important they can hang on to this ball, find some good meters here. Good defence from Redlands early in the set. You see, they're going to go an away set. We haven't seen them go away all game, but in the crunch time, it's their leaders, Tiani Bryce, who leads that away set. They find some space out here to the left-hand side. Can they get a good strike dump off the back of it? It's going to be Mar Thomas down for Tiani Bryce. Tiani picks up, challenges her player, checks back into Mar. It's last. Checking again. They've got to come up with something here, UQ, or at least kill it on the far side, and they do. So again, UQ going to get their defence set here. Harry, Redlands going to have to come all the way across the field, and they can't do it.
See an error here. The girls have got to stand up here. Leaders have to step up. I dare say the hammer's coming on. Could be hammer time, Zach. Could be hammer time.
Well, huge seconds here. The clock counting down. We're under a minute to go. UQ happy to take their time. If they can score here, they're probably in and home and win this game. Tiani Bryce off the split. Doesn't like what she sees. Checks it back to Ma Thomas. Sweeper. Kate Hammond goes around the back. Gets early ball. Checks it back to Tiani.
Great
Doing
defense.
numbers out here
Great
to the
defense
right.
from the Redlands girls there.
Fantastic defence. Huge plays here. Ma Thomas again. It's
See a
going to be
splitter
Tiani
play.
Bryce. What can she come up with? Out to the wing. Caitlin Blade controls it well, but it's last touch. They've got to have a go here, UQ. Unlikely they'll get the ball back. Ma Thomas, a little bit of footwork. Switches Tiani Bryce back
Nice.
around. Can't control it.
That's
And-
ticker there from the Redlands girls. Really well done.
Wow, what a game, Harry. What a start to this Metro Cup competition. That is one of the all-time women's premier games early in the season. There wasn't too much rust from the girls. Tricky conditions, a high-scoring game. And in the end, I think a draw is probably a fair result.
No, that's 5-all of quality touch there, end-to-end. Fair few errors, but there was definitely a fair bit of footy getting thrown around. A couple of long balls, nice dives. The girls were on.
Great game there from both sides, no doubt. Both teams will walk away pretty happy with that performance, although you're never 100% happy with a draw. We're going to go to a quick break here. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, it's a semi-final rematch from last year. Plenty to play for these two men's sides. CCC, they won't be happy with how that semi-final ended their season last year. And Redlands, the defending champions, that's going to be a cracking game in the men's premier. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the men's premier action.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
You and I till the end, don't need to pretend again and again. We'll stick together, everything is alright with you by my side. We won't say goodbye, we'll stick together. I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world gone mad,
Welcome back to Friday's Metro Cup. You're watching first round action between the Redlands and Country Club Colts. My name's Kai Leggett. I am taking you through the Prems men's game this evening. You've got Redlands on the screen at the moment. Very strong team led by Dave Marr, the coach. You expect them to come out very hot this evening. This is a semi-final rematch where the Colts lost to the eventual premiers in Redlands, and they got Country Club Colts on the screen at the moment. Another very strong team. They've opened the salary Sembro to get Chris Loth as coach. And we'll start them off with some very quick action in the middle. Excuse my panting. I have just finished a game and I am that tired. I've not done enough fitness as they go the link side. And Colts get one on the board early doors. Campbell points to the ground. Very good middle play to start us off. As you see them in the replay here as well, you get the sweeper. They give back to the middle. And there's just way too much separation there, and the link's just not in the right position. And Colts get us on the board to start off with. Now, usually, I would have someone here. But Darty's currently coaching. We're being joined by Jordan Dart very, very soon. As Redlands come into the touchline, Price dumps the ball. They get a sweeper again, go back long side for the winger, and they hit back. Very, very early, very backwards and forwards touch football at the moment between Redlands and the Colts. As they set up for another little sweeper play, they come back on the short side. Long ball out to the winger. That makes it look pretty easy, to be quite honest with you. We go back to the middle. Now, forgive me as well, because I'm still struggling to breathe. And I try to keep up with everything here. But it's a very fast game to start off with. Dylan Hennessy out in the link waiting for the ball, and by the looks of it, they've just run straight through there. Colts got 7 on. They do. John Hamster can't count. The Colts have got 7 on the field to start off with. As we take it back to halfway. Just one of those areas you can't do the start of the game, unfortunately. Gives Redlands a chance here to go 2-1 up. Coming into the first 2 minutes of the half. Bucket hat seemed to be the play for 8 o'clock at night. As you see another little sweeper play, they go back short side again. Get the separation. Fortunately, that's another let-in try on the shorthand side for the Colts. As Redlands go 2-1 up. As you see here, they go for another sweeper setup, come back short side, separate the link from the middle, and the winger is unfortunately in no man's land, and Redlands go up early doors. Another little mistake in the middle there for Colts. It's one-way traffic at the moment for Redlands as they start to get a bit of a roll going forward. Down the wing. Subs coming on. My commentary partner still AWOL. Haven't heard of him, don't know where he is. It's 5th and last. They go back short side again. It looks like John Hamster lets that one through. And Redlands go 3-1 up as I am finally joined by the man himself. After coaching a very long game, it's Jordan Dart on the mic. Welcome, Jordy.
How you going, mate?
I'm stuffed.
Oh, sorry. Didn't put my mic down.
How about you?
Yeah, good. Obviously, pretty good one to get out of the way first up, and excited to see this one now that I'm resting the legs and
Less than you didn't play that game, you coached.
Yeah, but we do enough work, so.
Not enough credits due for us coaches, unfortunately. Who do you think's going to come out tonight?
Look, it's probably a really good matchup, to be honest. You've probably already spoken about it, but you've got Redlands who came home strong towards the back end of last season and won the comp, and then doubled up and won State Cup as well. But this Colts side obviously undefeated last season, so probably a really cracker one to start round one.
As they go back in the middle. The middle's just not pulled corner there quick enough, unfortunately. Colts get one back on the board. Yeah, we were talking about it at the start, actually, funnily enough, before you came up. Semi-final rematch in an upset that I don't think many people saw coming. Redlands cruised away with it towards the end there, so hopefully Colts will be looking to bring one back.
Yeah, it's the Redlands way to do it, mate. They're known for coming from fourth and kind of knocking everyone off and getting it done.
That's it.
You know, obviously they've started pretty well here.
They have, as they go for that patented sweeper play again. They've run that sweeper play 4 times now and scored 3 times, sorry. They look for it again. They want to separate those middles a little bit more as they set up for in that middle there. A well-earned
Just a
penalty.
hard touch there from Caleb Matters, or maybe foot in the ruck.
Bit of both, maybe. Why not both? So set up in the middle again. Wanting to get Matters out of the line a little bit further. So they go back short side. And they go again. Just slightly out of position there again, those middles, as Colts are looking a little bit weak on this left-hand side of the field, and Redlands are doing a really, really good job of exploiting that early.
Yeah, you'll see Brad Russell just kick around and obviously does a really good job of getting both middles involved and dragging them away, and Hayden felt like he had to obviously help there. And great job from Redlands, obviously.
Yeah, so they get the Chockies, starting to get the Chockies early doors here. They're setting up what could be a high-scoring game to start us off. As Bartz goes with the ball in the middle, sets up for Jonte Brown, goes back short side. They'll hold the ball up in the middle. Callum drives out. 4-on-3 pick-up. Oh, my
great
days.
hole.
Moses parted the seas for Bartzy to walk through there. That's a perfect 4-on-3 setup. As you can see here on the replay. Geordie, run us through this one.
Once again, obviously, they do a good job of just holding up the ball a little bit. Alex Kellum with a great drive out to Condon, and the smarts of Tim Bartz, just a beautiful hole.
It was. Now, you probably can't see it on the TV at the moment, but that ball is like holding a cake of soap.
Oh, mate, it's I'm coaching, and I think I dropped the ball in the box a couple of times. So
Mate, I didn't get much ball in that one's game just then, but when I did, I had to use the sticky stuff to hold onto it. It wasn't fun, that's for sure. So the boys are doing a good job at controlling the ball early here in the first half. We're only 7 minutes through as we go back to that short side again. That keep exploiting this short side, and they've scored again.
try for try here.
Just ping-pong touch football at the moment.
And you got a few of these Redlands boys, obviously, with the confidence coming off State of Origin. Jacob Hall had a great series, and then once again just picks up their left foot.
Well, that just makes things easy, that little cut there, didn't it?
Oh, it makes it super easy, and obviously Campbell Roll finishing it off in the corner.
Credit where credit's due. Benny Thompson, really good cut there as he come back in and was able to create that space for the link to go around the back. As they look for another sweeper play here to set up. Trying to take a leaf out of Redlands' book at the moment. Hennessy into half. I mean, if you're catching that, you're Superman. So you're doing really well there. But they're getting the right roll into the line, the right setup at the moment. And there's been a couple of times where they've maybe looked a little bit, I suppose, egregious as they come into the line. But you know, that's what you get when you're wearing using a very slippery ball hoe.
And I guess you probably look at it, Colts are known for their running style and have ball players at nearly every link position. So the weather probably doesn't suit them as much as it does Redlands. They've been always really great at changing direction and being sharp around the 7. So we'll see how the Colts adjust to the weather. But
absolutely. I think that's actually, honestly, apart from the little stuff up at the start of the game, that was Redlands' first mistake.
Yep.
It's 8 minutes worth of touch football in very wet conditions. So really, really good here from the Redlands as Bartz. You get the ball moving forward, is setting up for a little splitter play, that link hole.
So I think probably the right call there. Obviously, Charlie's coming in and the ball just happens to hit him in the lap. But
definitely the right call there. I think, John's actually done a really good job there with keeping his whistle out of his mouth. As they get the roll forward there, Travis, really good touch on the wing to slow the play up. Pricey's still not happy with him, throwing some verbal bombs at him. So we come into 5th and last and get the penalty. Very much needed coming into the line here. Redlands they're on top at the moment. They've got Colts a bit frazzled here.
You got Hawley coming around on a sweep. Tim Bartz all over that one.
Yeah, I don't think there's not many people scoring around the outside of Hayden Moffat, unfortunately.
No.
So you keep throwing that sweeper play at them. They're going to look for the ball on the out. God, if they scored that, I would have walked home. See, like that could have been it. But they're looking really dangerous, as they said, this right link around on that outside play there for that sweeper. It just seems to create a little bit of unease as they come back.
And once again, that's the field, right? That's the conditions that Redlands are used to. They're used to changing directions, and on a field like this where not only the ball's slippery, but the field is too.
And I just see another mistake there from the Colts as they come out of their half. And it just seems to be the story of the first half at the moment. Colts seem to be getting to the halfway line and just, unfortunately, just not being able to capitalise on that, as that's a risky pass that probably should have been thrown early doors in the touch count as Colts probably get away with one there.
Yeah, just 2 little errors. We'll see how they respond here, but obviously got attack all over the park in Dylan Hennessy and Tyler Ward will probably be their ball players, and Ken Adams actually really sharp around the 7 as well with his dive, so
He's one of the sharpest 37-year-olds I've ever seen.
100%.
One of the fittest
Scored
too, I can tell
1,000
you.
tries at the World Cup for us.
Disgusting, isn't it?
I did get him by 1 though, I'll keep that. So.
Toot, the own horn. That's all right. Claim it while you can.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that.
Redlands very good defence on the line there as they look to try and exit a little bit cleaner than they did last time.
Yeah, probably like they still want to use the ball, which is great to see. These boys obviously still will. They back themselves with their ability there, but probably a safer one to Charlie that time around.
Yeah, as they go back to their short side again. God, they're all. They keep coming back to this right side here, Darty, and it's exposing Colts quite a lot. What do you think they could maybe do a little bit better this side?
Look, I think the middle's probably got to get out of touches a little bit quicker and probably force Redlands into what they don't want to do, and that's pass the ball. Once again, probably need to get out of their own end as well, but at the moment, Redlands obviously doing the right things and
absolutely
change of direction, sharp.
Especially in wet touch football, mate.
Yep.
You got to play eyes up footy. Especially when you're coming into your line and you're throwing those sweepers. The change of direction is probably a split second slower because of the wetness as they send the sweeper around again.
I will say, in saying that, obviously, we talk about Dylan Hennessy and how much he can attack. If any young ones are watching back home, what he did defensively just before when they had the overlap was hold space and then bite a little bit, but kind of scare and peel back out to his link and made it really hard for
Good God. Sent the middle to the tuck shop up here, and once again, they've gone back the other way to this right-hand side again as we see the replay on the screen here. They send that sweeper to the link, they come back short side, sell the lollies to everyone, and that middle gap opens up.
Once again, I think that was Jacob Hall maybe out of half and just having an exceptional last year. Obviously, really good end to last season. I thought he easily could have picked up player of the final honours last year. And
you don't see that happen very often, do you?
No, not with Tim Bartz anyway.
It just seems like that Redlands just seem to be on top a little bit more than I think Colts would have expected. I think Colts come into this game expecting a bit of a grind, as they always do with these Prem kind of games, and they just seem to come out a little bit stronger at the moment as fifth touch comes in. They get a hot roll, and the ball rolls to the dead ball line.
And there is probably what we're talking about, right? We force them. They still have sharp little splitter out of the box, and Tim Bartz kind of just makes him go in and herds a little bit, makes him throw the ball. So they get a touch and pass penalty there.
Absolutely. It's third touch on the halfway line. Hennessy brings him out to 4. Big sweeper on. Look for a pickup. Moffat goes short side.
And same thing. I think that might be Nathan Beaton over at that link, just holding a really good space as that link, not necessarily going peeling out straight to his player. He's holding a bit of space and just creating a bit of time for the middle to recover. So
Biting just enough.
Yeah.
Get your minds out of the gutter with that sentence as we keep moving forward. We come into fifth and last as they pick up, run from half. Everyone is shutting short, so if they score
forward,
off that,
surely.
Campbell blows his whistle. Hennessy with the tap take us out of their half. They probably need to get a little bit quicker out of line here, just look a little bit disorganised.
Yeah.
As they come out of their sub-box, and I know that's a bit rich for me to say as I'm playing for Div 1, but I reckon it's
probably just not
right.
as clean as what the Colts team are used to, right?
Yeah.
So I think when you think of Colts, they're structurally really good out of the box. Their flow out of the box is really good, and that's what they've prided themselves on for the last number of years. So
they lose the ball there on that fifth and last touch. It's, you could see as if it does go back to replay, is he shaped to go to throw that then?
Yeah.
If you can control that ball and still throw it 40 metres.
Yeah, doing something right.
Go and get an Australian shirt. As they sub on round the back, they've got fifth and last touch coming. They come back to this short side again.
Oh, he's gone.
And run away with it too. Now, if you're watching that at home, you're young and you like playing touch football, look at this rocket.
This is a great ball.
As we watch the replay here, you get the sweep coming all the way around Jacob Hall and just whack. And, yeah, try and catch me.
Yep.
Away goes Mr. Brightside.
A really good finish. Great ball once again. Jacob Hall, hands all over that.
Colts need to find a little bit of something here coming into the half. We've not got long left, and it's in the first round here for Prem's men's. But just over 5 minutes left as Jonte goes short
I think
side.
that's down.
I reckon that's down too.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, they need to give us a whistle, mate.
Yeah.
A whistle and a level 6 badge.
Oh, 100%, especially from up here.
I don't
We'll
think
never
Zach,
get the call wrong.
I don't think Zach would allow that, but as Jonte takes the link short side, gets really low early, and because he gets low so early and the ground is so slippery, not taking any credit away, but it just makes it so much easier to get that 5 metres out.
And look, honestly, Dave Richards probably does a really good job there. I think he makes it probably 8 out. Just Jonte too sharp around that 7 as well, especially in these conditions, like you said.
Too sharp, too dangerous. As they go back to this right-hand side again. Middles do a really good job at holding there. Once again, credit to Ken Adams. Just got up a little bit early there and made him come back inside, hurt him inside as they go for a county setup.
And it's not necessarily to make a touch, to strike. It's to scare. It's hold space for your middles. So a lot of young players see that strike and go, oh, he has to go get that. But sometimes we're just holding space. This is a better set coming out from Colts.
Better drive coming from Colts. Hayden Moffat drives the ball forward. Get it into the middle. Looks for a 4-on-3 platform. Link hole. Anyone
that
there?
1-6 to go.
Tell you what, you are on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody stop him.
Someone get me a whistle.
Oh.
In saying that, I probably can't keep up with the pace, so I'll probably just ref from up here.
Yeah, definitely. I'll stick with that too. You look for the ball on the out. Gets the ball on the out. I reckon that's touched as well.
Yeah.
But they will get the penalty there.
I think they're going to get Brad Russell maybe offside.
There's a nice little slider ball on the out there for the space to be able to create it there for Matters, and gets Jonte the ball again, takes him short.
Yeah,
oh my!
that's again. Oh, okay.
I'm going to take your badge back off you now.
Yeah,
You can give it back.
I thought that one was good.
I thought that was too.
But obviously, Nathan Beaton, great job.
Done a very good job there at pulling corner to make sure he was within reach of the touch. As they go for a C1 setup, they go back long side. Oh, just way too easy.
Tell you what, the pace of this game is the reason why I'm not playing anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Well, probably many other reasons too, but
That's credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
They're doing things that we can't. As they set up for what we call a C1, they go back on the short side, and because everyone has collapsed, it's just a 3-on-2.
yeah. Link probably had to come in. I think Condon might have been walking over, but now you've got to get a stop. This Redlands crew has been excellent around this 7 metre line. James Price on a sweeper again.
Oh.
They've got him.
Where's that cut? As they go somewhere there. Oh, no one scores there. Someone's not happy with that down in the Redlands box down here,
Yeah.
but I don't think that can be awarded as they
Nah.
as they get the touch. They come back to the middle setup. They look for 4-on-3.
Oh, they got him again. Dylan Hennessy, great
Hennessy.
touch.
Just gets there in time. I thought they was looking dangerous over this way. They had the middle sold again.
They're liking that little pump and short ball
Oh.
at the moment. And it's creating space. It's creating a bit of danger, but Dylan Hennessy too good in that occasion.
And I'm getting sold up here, and I'm not even down there playing. They're coming for 5th and last as they send the sweep around. Alex Cullen picks up,
Oh,
and there's
of
a
league.
human sandwich in the middle of the field. A minute and a half left for your first half of Prem's men's Friday night touch football. You probably see the fog setting in the background. It is that cold.
ooh, that's forward.
That's questionable.
There we go. I'm back.
Tell you what, Darty, you're on fire. As Bartsy sells well. He gets a penalty. Very good field position now. I tell you, if Colts can put one on the board here, that puts them in a bit of disarray coming into the end of the first half.
Especially because they probably haven't been they won't be happy with how clean they've been.
Yeah.
I have been really impressed with Redlands. They're probably not not known for being round one starters. So the fact that they've started this game the way that they have is
Hennessy, short, Link
wow.
Cole, that if he's
he's
not
done
made
his
that,
shoulder.
that looked like it come out of position.
Oh, let's hope he's all right. But absolutely brilliant touch.
Are there any nurses watching? If not, get back to work. But that didn't look good at all, unfortunately. It probably will take us into halftime. And
Okay, a little scuffle.
yeah. Now, I'm not
Brad
going
Russell
to
and Caleb Matters, I think.
I'm not going to encourage it. Get into them. There's a halftime Hooters sounds in the background. Very eventful first half.
Very, very. Obviously, Redlands, like you said, they've been brilliant with how they've ran their attack. They've been smart with their attack, and the reason why they probably put 7 on. But Colts probably the last 2 to 3 minutes, I think, of that second half started to roll over top a little bit. So halftime probably comes at a good time.
Absolutely. I think Colts are going to walk into this halftime with their heads held a little bit higher than it was at the start of this game. But as we take you into the halftime break, we've got Redlands touch up 7 touches to 5.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it. So it stays looking smart. Tiff Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.
You and I till the end, don't need to pretend again and again. We'll stick together, everything is alright with you by my side. We won't say goodbye, we'll stick together. I can pick you up when you're heading down. When it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In a world gone mad, we're on an all-time high. And it wouldn't be the same without you. We have yet so many stupid things to do. You're the only thing I'm holding on to. Anywhere and anything, I'll be there. And I till the end, don't need to pretend again and again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it wouldn't be the same without you. We have yet so many stupid things to get through. You're the only thing I'm holding on to. Anywhere and anything, stick together.
They are up at the half, 7 touches to 5, and it's been a bit of ping-pong touch footy at the moment, hasn't it, Jordan?
Yeah, it has. Obviously, as I mentioned just before the break, was Redlands being great around the 7, and Colts are starting to find their feet and get a bit more flow out of their box. So it'll be interesting to see how these two sides adapt second half.
Absolutely. And you've been noticing a lot of the times the Redlands have been resorting to that sweeper. They're trying to really stretch those middles out, and it's happened probably 6 times out of those 7 it's worked, and they've scored on this right-hand side. Do you see them going back this way again?
I think you have to if you're them. Like, obviously, like I said, it's hard to change direction. And when you've got people like James Price and Brad Russell sweeping around, Nick Home, and then you've got Jacob Hall doing what he's doing out of half, it's no-brainer for me.
It's disgusting touch football at the moment.
Oh.
It's we walk into round 2 next week. We've got a men's Premier Division to start us off. We've got Southern Storm versus UQ Rebels. It'll be a very good game.
Yep.
Rebels, last year's grand finalists as well, unfortunately losing in the dying seconds of that drop-off.
Yep.
Looking for a bit of redemption this year?
Yeah, they are. I think I probably haven't seen the team list, but I'm pretty sure they've got a few people different this year. So it'll be interesting to see.
Big male?
Yeah, big male. I could be wrong. I could be
Okay.
wrong. I might not speak it into existence, but
You haven't been wrong much tonight, mate.
No,
I can
I
give you that.
haven't.
And then in the second game, we've got the Women's Premier Division in Gold Coast and Redlands as well.
yeah.
As we walk into the second half, and credit where credit is due, that's you, isn't it?
What's that?
Coaching.
Yeah, Redlands. Yeah,
Hey.
so jump ship, gone over to Redlands, and having a lot of fun at the moment. Got a few recruits, and girls just buying into what we want to do. And
Bigger check.
Yeah.
No, you weren't supposed to bite into that.
Nah. Nothing, mate. Do it for the love of the game.
That's it. Absolutely. We're not far away from a start here for your second half. How do you think it ends?
If
If you're a betting man.
We've had, 12 tries so far, if my math is correct. I might even say a draw.
Big if true.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
a big
go.
call.
Might
Paying
even say a
30s.
draw.
Paying 30s. I like it. I'm gonna take favouritism out of this. I reckon it's going to be another close one, but I reckon Colts take it by 1.
Yeah, we both are two Colts players, so
It's hard not to, isn't
it's
it?
hard
I mean,
not to.
you got to try and put it away, but you got to stay with them. But regardless, Redlands playing a very good brand of touch football at the moment. As the hooter goes in the background, they start us off.
I think one thing to note probably with the Colts, the last few years it's been Tim Barton and Hayden Moffat doing a lot of the coaching stuff. And while they're still heavily involved, they've got Chris Loth over there now as well to sort that out on game night. That's going to make it easier for the Colts to adjust second half.
Open the salary Sambro for him.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Talk
Tell you
about
what.
big paycheck.
Oh, tell you what, that training on Wednesday night, I haven't seen them run harder. It was good to watch as they set up for middle play. Back on the inside, seem to have that covered fairly easy at the moment. We go back for that middle link setup. A lot of retreating early. Matters in the touch.
Really good work from Alex Connon there, but
You don't see that happen often.
no, not often.
Not often at all. They just seem to have an answer for everything at the moment, Redlands. They read the long slider ball on the out. Middle wasn't going forward. They've called that.
Once again, a change of direction though, right? Like they throw a dummy and then obviously take off short side, and that's hard for Caleb to turn and chase. And obviously we probably need to hold a little bit longer. Alex Condon did a good job to hold space, but
And I think he threw that dummy, and I think I watched all 4 defenders in the middle look towards the right as they go left again. Jonte Breen, he's on fire, isn't he?
yeah, he's good, mate. He's obviously a youth coming through, but just willing to learn too. Like,
absolutely.
does all the work,
One of
backs
those
himself.
One of those kids. That's disgusting. Just hold it up in the middle. Nothing happening. It's one of those kids who do the mahi,
Yeah.
get the treats, and he's reaping the rewards at the moment with an Australian jersey. So
And probably suits what this Colts team don't really have, and that's the
Definitely.
footwork around the 7. So it gives them another avenue to attack, and he's not short of confidence either, which is great.
absolutely, they had a big roll on here.
Great work from Josh Glacken.
Sneaky,
Yeah.
very sneaky. Big fan of it. So you get the hold up for 5th and last. They'll look to kill it in the corner here. They get 6 touch. They've got to go all the way over the other side of the field to get a breather. It's second touch. They're coming into the 10. A bit of a hold up there. Doing well to get forward as they come into the halfway line. 4 touches down. 5th and last. Butts picks up, goes short side.
They'll be happy with that. Redlands obviously did a really good job on the first 3 touches, and then won't be happy with that though.
That's exactly the right pressure that you want to have. As they come into the line, it's be one of the first attacking sets for Colts here. They'll be hoping for one here early.
You've got Hayden Moffat coming onto the field, Alex Condon coming through the middle.
That's
Try.
down. I'm fairly sure he nearly started diving from the 7 there.
Yeah, probably could have put it on dead ball line too.
Yeah, he stopped. He actually pushed himself up
Yeah.
at the try line as they set up a little splitter move as they go into the middle here. Barts just splits that little bit wider, gives enough room for Alex to walk straight through.
It's probably one thing he's been really good at over the years is off that ML or splitter play. His dive off that is another weapon that he uses often.
Absolutely. One of the most dangerous moves in touch if you can run it properly.
Yeah. Oh, great ball. But Hayden
I was going
Moffat,
to say, if that worked out of purely nothing,
that would have had me.
yeah, would have had me too, I reckon. They've got last touch coming here. They've had to retrieve the ball from the car park.
We talked about Jonte Brown as well, obviously the youth and all that. You've got Campbell Rolfe on the other side, who I've been super impressed with over the last year. Obviously, once again, strong body, has a lot of skills to his game, and plays a big role in this Redlands team and did last year, I thought.
Just a very strong, solid group of kids coming through at the moment as
Yeah.
unfortunately a small mistake coming out of their half. I think you've got two very good teams at the moment that are just willing to just throw the whole playbook
Yeah.
at each other, regardless of outcome, regardless of fight. They're just willing to run and throw everything at each other as they go into the 7, hold the ball up a little bit further.
I think it's a really good hit out too. Like, I think much better job there from Kenny Adams.
Good hold
Good
again.
height, good hold.
For a bloke that's 5'7", God, he gets in a lane well, doesn't he? And another 10 metres for descent.
As I was saying, though, I think it's a good hit out with these two. Like, you know that they're probably going to be there at the back end of the competition, so they're not going to be too worried about results here. It's just starting to get their processes right. And
That's it, yeah. Bit of residual fitness.
yeah,
Moving into the fifth
Oh.
and last.
probably had a bit more time than he
Yeah.
thought there, but the silky pickup from Dylan Hennessy in the weather just flicks the ball up to himself, and then
For how many years have we seen that? I mean, he's had the best pass in touch football for how long now? 20 years?
I think I've probably got him covered.
Oh,
but-
God. That will do me.
yeah.
As we go back to the short side again for the last touch here, Redlands kill in the corner. They seem to be a little bit more alive, the Colts. There seems to be a little bit more purpose
Yeah.
coming out of their half. Chrysalis probably had a chat to them at the halftime. They've got that first hitter coming in out of their line.
Yeah.
It just gives them a little bit more time for people to come around
And
as
now
they
they win a penalty.
get the penalty reprieve coming into their line. They'll need to do something with this.
I think this set might be centered around Dylan Hennessy and his ball playing.
I would think a lot of it would be too. Is there a county set up? They hold the ball up. Hennessy wants the ball again.
There we
Gets
go.
it for a 4-on-3. Oh,
Oh. Probably just not really punching the hole there.
Yeah.
Kind of just,
Just
I'm not
sat.
sure if he was not ready for it or...
just sat there. But it was the right idea, the right move, the right bullet pass.
And credit to Redlands, obviously, held that set out pretty comfortably, if I'm honest.
Absolutely.
Not
That is-
afraid to throw the ball.
I mean, you wouldn't read about it first touch in the wet, and they'll get a forward pass
Yeah.
for it too. Brad Russell giving away a penalty that probably didn't need to happen, especially when you're 7 metres out.
No. And you've got old Kane Franks. He has to be the biggest
Right.
winger in touch football, surely.
I tell you what, he is a unit. The full fridge and freezer. As they come in to the 7 metre line again, John T. Brown with the ball, they go back the long side.
Oh, Josh Glacken with the long ball now.
You wouldn't read about that too. He's held on to one, the big fella. You go back into the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they-
think that's fine.
That's a very good touch.
No handout, obviously running sideways. Oh, Pill.
My goodness me.
Not much you can do about that.
Once again, if you're looking for something to frame this. Just it'll set back up, little rooster hit, and that link hole is run to perfection by Kenny Adams and walks through a hole between the winger and the link. Brings it back to 8-7. Bit of fight left in the Dogs.
And you probably already spoke about it, but the addition of Tyler Ward to Country Club this year, coming over from Gold Coast,
Huge.
that's what he adds. Obviously, his left to right ball is one of the best in the game, and he proves it right there. But Kenny Adams, credit, obviously, good little hole.
I tell you what, I want to know what our bank account's sitting on. We've got Lothy as coach, Wardy across. I'd like to know who has the funds for that one.
Tim Bartz, I think.
Yeah, and why wasn't it used at
Yeah.
the end of season?
I never got any of it.
As they come in for a middle setup, they go back for that patented sweep play again. Travis does a very good job at shutting that one down. They've still got one touch up the sleeve here as they come in for 5th and last. Ball on the out. They go to the winger. A very good touch again to stop play. Going over for their 9th try this evening.
I think that last one was probably a bit better of a setup for Brad Russell. Like, I think Oh, he's gone no touch.
And Alex Kellum is giving him his fair serve, saying, I touched him, sir. It looked like it from up here, but that's why we're up here.
As I was saying, I think the Redlands crew have probably gone away from the flow of their setup on their sweepers and gone a bit more static. Still change of directions, and there's a try right there. Don't mind me, that is fine.
Ow. That hurt to watch.
Yeah.
Up here. Just created enough space, and we go back to Alex Kellum giving away that unfortunate penalty there for a no touch, and just bit, and middle just wasn't across far enough. And once again, you don't see that happen often.
No, that's not tries that they normally like to let in. And
No. Look at this, the standard play again for fourth touch. Need to lengthen things out here a little bit. The Colts probably come back to Hennessy here for fifth and last. Looking for something.
once again, really good defence from Redlands. Right on top of everything that the Colts wanted to do then, and that was just a little bit of effort and line speed that they went to, but that's not the play.
That was a brain fart. And they've
got one.
John, you're pointing your hand the other way. It's supposed to go back the other way.
Might have been for offside, I think.
It could have been. But they get a reprieve there again. Had they have not, the Colts probably come back the other way and put another one on the board. That was questionable off half too. They get a roll through that third touch as they're coming into the line. Colts just are very happy to roll with them.
Yeah.
Confidence in their defence on the 7. And get the penalty just
forward from half. Hey. So I think they were going to get a penalty for a yes-no potentially. But call came from the sideline with a forward pass from dummy half.
I know they've got earpieces in, but how do you hear that? It's
yeah, I don't know.
I'm hard enough hearing myself, let alone someone else in your ear. So Colts get their exit a little bit better now. They're getting a lot more of a roll.
Oh, that might have been Mark. Yeah.
And I've called the crow again.
So last few sets have probably just been a few errors from both. Who settles earlier? We've still got 8 minutes to go in this second half, so anyone's game.
Still a lot of touch football left to be played on your Friday night. So you get that sweep, the sweepers on, 3 subs on around the back.
This is better shape.
A lot better shape here.
Yeah, Tim Bart's I think offside.
Yeah.
Alex Kellum not there.
Probably a foot short there. Looked like it from back here, but Barty's happy to have a chat to John about that one. As you can see the setup here as they come on. The 3 of the big wide sweep, and then they come back again the long side, and I'm going to say at least a metre.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Country Club up against it here. 7.5 to go. Need to find a bit of the grind that they're known to have as they go for that sweeper short side. Fourth touch.
Got him? What's on here?
Forward pass, I think.
Yeah.
Off half.
So it's just those little things that Colts probably won't be too happy with, and beautiful little ball there.
That's exactly right. Those little 1%ers at the moment that just seem to be the sticking point.
Yeah.
And they're little repetitive mistakes, but the little repetitive mistakes, they build up, and it's a big snowball effect. Oh my days. Acres of room out here for Marcus Home.
Tough one to take too. I think he thought the link was taking that one, but really good ball out of half from Nathan Beaton.
Could have built a $2 million house in the space that he had out here as Colts find a bit of room on their side of the park. Bring some fresh subs on. Look to find maybe Dylan Hennessy out this side. That's fourth touch. Lots of bodies on the ground.
Yeah.
And the alarm bells are starting to ring with ball in hand for Hennessy.
Yeah.
It's a very good call from Zach Genrich there. Right call there as well.
So once again, Redlands obviously not wanting Colts to have a flow into the 7 for Dylan Hennessy to pick up. So you'll see Jacob Hall just sit back, suck to the line, and then as soon as Colts stop, that's when he'll start to move forward again.
Absolutely. They've done a very good job of doing that so far. Hasn't had as much impact as he would usually like to have in this game, but I think Jonte Brown has taken up a little bit of the slack there. and that wasn't needed as they come out of their half. Big chance for the Colts here to slap back at them.
Probably need to start chipping into this lead that Redlands have at the moment as well now.
Where do you go?
I think it has to probably be... Alex Condon's actually had a really good hot hand, but if they can get the flow with Dylan Hennessy, then you always go to that.
Oh, best player in the world, arguably. You got to give it to him.
We'll get a no touch again, I think.
Fortunate things just not going the way of the Colts at the moment. Redlands trying to hold on, 3 touches up with 5 minutes to go. Seem to be doing a very good job of just cleaning that roll ball up a little bit better, unfortunately,
Yeah,
for
that's
that
good,
one. But he's all over it.
Yeah.
Tried to scab a few extra metres there as well. That's out of your playbook, mate, I think.
Yeah, I'd definitely do that. I'd probably walk it closer to the 7, though, I reckon. Or I'd get someone else to roll it so I can get off.
Yep. Yeah, that's me, usually, unfortunately. So Colts get a good roll coming into the line here. Big sweep for 5th and last. That's one of the best Falcons. One of the best Falcons you'll ever see. I'm seeing stars. Quick HIA needed there for the Redlands. Didn't look pretty.
No, that would have hurt, especially on a cold night like tonight.
I reckon if I saw Jonte Brown arc up like that, it's pucker up. It's going to hurt. And he seems to be walking off okay at the moment. Colts get the run at the line that they need with just under 4 minutes left. They need to find 3 touchdowns here somewhere. You got to go back to the hot hand and Jonte Brown, don't you, I think?
Look, I think you do, but I'd like to see Hayden Moffat get a few cracks as well. Obviously, the last year that bloke's had is on another planet, so I think when you need a few tries, he can probably always deliver.
A different league at the moment there, and at the moment, as they go to Jonte Brown, they go back short side.
Well defended from Brad Russell.
Just getting up nice and early as well, making sure that step back is covered. Moffat wants the ball. You go at the send. Moffat hits.
There you go.
Oh, my days. Once again, the way Hayden Moffat held that ball up in the middle, it's disgusting to watch. As we see on the replay here, gets back into the middle of the field, hits the rooster, and then David Sen does a really good job at getting around and just holding up that link enough and just making him question his life decisions there at the moment.
As I mentioned, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Hayden Moffat, obviously rooster early. Everyone knows what he kind of did over in New Zealand on that platform, so just no one can stop it.
As Jonte Brown is currently closing in on a Michelle Pfeiffer here at the moment. He's somehow played at that even though it's bounced off his shoulder.
They defended that set well too. Colts, obviously, Tyler Wood getting outside the 7. Well defended there from Alex Condon, but he's going to get called offside.
Zach doesn't mind giving those ones, especially after what he thought was a 6 to go. So he probably knew in the back of his head that Condon was going to try something like that as they set up for a middle play. No touch.
Pulling out, I think.
Yeah.
Inside the 7. Jacob Hall's going to be super smart here. They know they've got, just under 2 minutes to go. They're up by 2. He's going to use this whole set of 6, kick around a little bit, take some time off the clock, dive at the line.
You've got to go right, don't you? Oh, get that, India.
He's copped a little bit of contact of late, hasn't he?
I tell you what. Can we actually get a HIA on the poor bloke?
I think this is going to be a 3rd penalty here on Josh Glacken.
Yeah, and someone might have to go for some time. To add insult injury with just under a minute and a half left. Colts go down to 5 on the field. If they can get a pick here, it'll make things interesting as they send the sweep around. Price sweeps.
Oh, Kenny Adams maybe offside here.
Gets onside. He's just too quick.
Nah, he's onside.
He's just too quick.
When you got arms and a cheese grater like that, bloke, you just got to call him onside.
Length. Just length everywhere. That's 3 touches down. Need a bit of something here to try and close the game out. reefs the ball out to the Farling. All the way back. Anything in the middle.
Well defended, Tyler Ward.
Fifth and last. There's 30 seconds on the clock, and
Redlands are going to
I'd throw a bit of mayo on it too. It's a very good game this evening. As they maybe possibly finish
got
one
that
off.
one. Marcus Home gets that down. Jacob Hall once again out of half.
A hat-trick and then some for Marcus Home. It was always going to happen with 6 on 5. He takes off short side and just does enough to be able to get on the outside, create that space.
Like I said, he's in a purple patch of form, Jacob Hall. I thought he had a really good season last year and obviously took that into getting a State of Origin Men's Open jersey and starts it here in round 1, I think.
Absolutely, and that is all she wrote here for the first round of Metro Cup in the Premier Men's Division. Redlands running away with that one at the end there, 11 touches to 8. Let's throw a couple of highlights at me, mate. Who's your MVP?
I think it has to go to Jacob Hall. Obviously, had his hands all over the footy in attack. I think he did some really good things defensively, but really well game planned, really, for Redlands. Obviously, change of directions. They put 11 tries on. If you do that, you're probably going to win most games. So
yeah, it would be silly if you didn't win most games like that. And just that they threw that sweeper, then come back the short side 7 times in that first half, and they scored 5. So it's story of the game. And from the Colts side of things, what do we think they can work on next?
Look, I think they'll be a bit disappointed with obviously the flow that they had out of the box, and once the conditions kind of start to suit them a little bit, they'll get a bit more running. But most of these teams have trained twice, so like I said earlier in the match, you'll see these two guys, two sides at the end of the season, no doubt. I think there's nothing really to worry about just yet.
Absolutely. First round down, a lot of rounds to go. As you see on the screen there, Redlands running away with 11 touches to 8. 4 of them to Marcus Home, and then Jonte Brown on the other side of the screen with a Michelle Pfeiffer as well, picking things up where he left off last year. That will do us for this evening. Best way to keep up to date with us at the Metro Cup competition is on the BMTA Facebook, Instagram and TikTok accounts when you search Brisbane Metro Touch. We will be back 7:15 next week, where we start off with Men's Premier Southern Storm and UQ Rebels, and then 8:10 with Gold Coast and Redlands. My name's Kai Leggett. I've been with Jordan Dart for 90% of this evening. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week.
This grass looks smart, and it's tough enough to handle whatever you throw at it, so it stays looking smart. Tip Tough Hybrid Bermuda, the smart grass.